I'd like to talk to you about cutting out a stamped image. Here I have a butterfly image that's been stamped, and I want to cut it out so that I can use it on a scrapbook page or on a card and give it some dimension with a little bit of foam tape behind it, make it 3D. So the easiest way I find to cut this out is to first take your image and then cut it down to a smaller piece of paper to work with. And I'm going to take small scissors. I find those are always best to work with. Now this particular image, I can cut right along this black line and cut it out exactly so there's no white edge. But that's a lot of detail work, so I'm going to cut this image out with a very small white edge. And I guess if we were to measure that, it would be about 1/16 of an inch. But I just eyeball that. And what I want to do is I want to turn the paper and not the scissors. So you'll notice as I'm cutting, I'm turning the paper. The scissors are kept at the same angle. I'm also not cutting all the way at the tip. I'm using the middle part of my scissors to cut, and that's so that you don't get any jagged edges that you can get when you use the tip. So I'm just sort of driving my paper along my scissors by turning it, and I'm leaving that white edge. People ask me, how do I get the white edges even? And it's just nothing but practice. Years and years of just practicing and cutting things out. You'll get better at it too. And you go around the edges. Okay, so then we're going to get our shape. It's going to look like this. Now I can take this and I can put a little piece of foam tape on the back, color it first, of course, and then I can put this on a card, and I can even bend the wings to give it some dimension and put this on a card. Another reason that you might want to cut out an image is if there's a lot of detail around the edges of the image, all these little legs. I don't want to cut out around those, but I do want to have three-dimensional image on my card. So what I do is I stamp the same image again. I can stamp it on a little scrap of cardstock, white cardstock. I colored it, and then I just cut out the straight or the curved edges. I didn't cut out all the feet and the antenna. I put a little bit of foam tape on the back, peel that off, and then I'm going to center that on the first image. So now you see I have all the detail of the antenna and the legs, but then I get the dimension of having the colored image on top. It's really easy to do, and it makes your cards look really great.